Welcome to another installment of S.O.D Squad. Yeah, work name still in work, but basically, my name is Adaris DeHady, former NCAA football player for Florida International uh, University, Golden Panthers, back from 2009, 2010. Graduation date was 2010. Um, Played college football D1, Alabama. Played against Florida, Tebow, all those different people. I always say Tebow was the best fullback I ever played against. No disrespect, the man made it to the NFL. I did not, right? But no, Dolphins fan, born and raised. Also a big fan of the Ravens as well. But the whole point of this is to try to kind of give guys a better understanding of how to kind of watch film, like what to look at. I'm not gonna go to too much of the nuance because I can take one clip and spend an hour watching the film. Anybody who ever like truly watch film, you like so many little things. You look for tendencies, you look for things, you look for the play down the distance. Like let's not do go through all that, but instead let's try to break down a play and see how somebody will look at a play, right? Um, but not just that, just kind of give you a little bit of background. Play for FIU. All right, so first play we got here. Before we even start, let me rewind that really quickly. So first thing, if we're really watching film, we're looking at down and distance. Right now, we can tell that because of where the referee is and it's short distance, right? Right. So they're obviously in a passing formation because they're in 11 personnel. 11, 1, 1, one running back, one tight end. The first number is always the running back. The second number is going to be the tight end. So 11 personnel means you're going to have more receivers on the field, obviously, because you're not in a running formation. You're in a light uh, formation, right? So the strength of the formation is going to be to the tight end. Passing strength is always to the receiver side, but depending on how you call it, a lot of defenses that I ever played in, we always call the strength to the tight end side, and you can also see that they're calling it too because you can see how the linebackers are staggered to that. So if it is a run and you have the safety down here as well, so you're calling your strength over here, and you have your two corners on this side, right? So this is the strength, right? So you get a Leo or Lion or a left call, whatever, however you call it, something starting with an L usually. All right, but in this particular situation, we got Hill. It's a two by two because your tight end makes two, and then you got two over here. So two by two, even receiving threats. But if you're a defense and you're looking at film, you already know. I think that's John Smith, right? So John Smith is a pass catcher that can threaten you, and they're in a passing formation. So it looks like they are in short, and because of the down and distance, it's about 2 yards to go. Either second and short or third and short. Doubt this is a first down. Can't see it up here. So you're probably assuming this might be a run because or a shot play. Those are two things that I'm looking at if I'm a defense. Like they taking a shot on me or they're gonna try to run the ball. Um, this is about week four. Tua is back in the game. They don't have a whole lot of film on Tua because Tua only played a game and a half before this. But if you know the Dolphins' offense with Tua, they throw the ball a lot. So I'm already in a situation like, okay, what am I gonna play here? But if we're looking at the DBs, their eyes are directly on the receiving threats. Usually, this is a telltale sign that you're a man. They have a single safety high, so if you're in man coverage with one high safety, cover one, uh, that's not the best thing against the Dolphins because of their speed at the receiver position. You got Waddle down here, you got Hill, you got the starters in. The Dolphins have a tendency not to play their best players on the field a lot, but because they're both on the field in this situation, I'm probably not even playing press man. And if I am playing press man, I'm belling this safety out into a too high and telling my corners to play hard inside and have my linebackers covered in the middle of the field. I'm giving up anything short, dumping that junk off the John or to the running back and make you go a million plays to get to the end zone. But we're going to go ahead and see what they run here. Um, but again, remember, eyes are on the DBs. DB's eyes are on the receiver. So it's telling us right now it's probably man, and you have a single high. Let's see what Tua does. Hikes the ball up right here. Pressing, man press, eyes on, hips are facing those guys. Um, he's playing heavy inside technique, heavy outside technique, right? And maybe he shouldn't be playing that, but maybe that's what he ended up playing just because of, I'm not sure why he would play that. But okay, it's fine. The boundary down here, you want to use the sideline to help you. Tua's already looking at this particular throw, and he's literally a yard off. And so as we go ahead and go look at it, ball's already up. So why does Tua throw this ball? We're going to get to it when we get to the God view, which is the coach's view. But the ball goes up, perfect ball, up and outside. Now let's go ahead and see what Tua sees. He's already looking at the formation. He's looking single high. Buda Baker's back, and he staggered to the field. So obviously, like I said at the beginning, this is your passing strength. This is where you got more receiver threats, and you have two decent receivers. I mean, before we realized Odell didn't like it here. It wasn't really getting the ball or running the routes correctly. If you go back and look at it, a lot of the times he was running poor routes. All right. Ball hikes. He looks over here, confirms that is man coverage. Boom. Stares down the safety. Say, okay, he's still in the middle of the field. That means I know I have a go backside with Hill, and he's in one-on-one, and it looked like it was in press man. Let's confirm that he's in position to get the ball. Takes it. He's already getting ready to throw the ball. He already knew. As soon as he saw that the safety was middle of the field, you see the little tap, cocking up the ball. Ball's out, and this is within the first 2 seconds of the play. Ball is already out. Buda Baker, I love you, my guy, but you're not making it from center field all the way to the outside the numbers. Balls get thrown up. Perfect ball. Corner is actually not in horrible position. It just, it's the NFL. Great ball, great receiver. You're going to get cooked like that. Makes the tackle at least. So that particular situation shows you a great opportunity by reading the defense pre-snap, seeing that we are in a cover man zero cover one man, sorry, and you're impressed. And I believe my receiver is going to beat you. It's an alert play. Alert. Oh, I got this particular coverage. What's an alert? It means, hey, if I get this particular coverage pre-snap and I confirm it post-snap, the ball's going here because it's the easy shot play to get an opportunity to get big plays. And then there was an short yardage situation, giving you an opportunity where the defense might think you're in man. Cover three is a great coverage that allows you to play the run and still play against coverage. And they weren't in cover three. That was one of the formations you could get in cover three. All right, moving on to the next play. We got the Raiders here. This is the trips close. Why? Because the tight end is attached to the line of scrimmage. You can say trips open if you was over here and you had an X, a single receiver side. Can't see who the tight end is, but I'll see it when we get to the God view. We have kind of a bunch here, right? Most likely when the Dolphins get like this situation, you can get some sort of motion. Not sure what's going to happen. I'm watching this with you guys now. I'm breaking it down as I go through it. Okay, so trips. We got our DB here. We have a DB over a tight end. So this tells me we're probably not in man. Most likely we're probably in some sort of cover three. Why am I saying cover three? You have a corner here, and a single high safety. Now, this is pre-snap. If it changes post-snap, then obviously the quarterback needs to be able to change with that as well. But when you look at it pre-snap, you need to already have an idea what can beat cover three. Quick, deep outs, seam, in breakers that are going to be layered over the linebackers or underneath the linebackers, depending on how they play that particular coverage. So those are the weaknesses, right? Especially if you have four verts. Now, if this is not John over here, you probably don't got four verts. Four verticals can definitely kill it because you got three people deep and you got too many receiving threats. But let's go ahead and see what they go into to confirm. He backs up. This even gives you get Waddle motion across. So this is kind of what the Dolphins tend to do when you get that kind of weird split. They probably motion someone just to make it easier for themselves. But he doesn't come all the way across. He comes over inside. Obviously, no one goes with the motion. That's also a zone indicator. Ball's hiked. Tua looks straight down the field, but in the God view, we'll be able to see it a little bit better. We can already see that we have one vertical route here. We have another route that looks like it's going to break in and out. He's already bringing down, and this one's probably coming across the field. All right, perfect. Comes across the field. Quick out. Now, since you're bringing a quick out from inside, it gives the opportunity for this hook curl player to kind of play it right here. He could either stay in his hook curl, which hindsight probably should have, and give up the out. But instead, he comes and plays the out because that's what he sees. So he's going to trigger onto it. Tua sees this, and he releases the ball. The ball's already out of his hand. Hill hasn't even turned his head around. He hasn't even gotten into his break yet. Turns around, ball comes, and the ball is literally halfway on his way. He catches the ball. Hill should have just kept running, try to break down one tackle and get up here, but instead he jumps backwards and put himself in a situation to get tackled and lose yardage as well. Now let's look at it from the God view. See what Tua has. Ball gets hiked, eyes go straight down the field, confirming that the safety is single high. The motion already helped tell me it's probably a zone, and it looks pre-snap cover three. And then, like I told you guys, the indicators of the corners of how they're staggered, butts open up to the sideline, and you have a single high safety. It's almost automatically cover three. We're reading that linebacker. That linebacker vacates the hook curl that we saw from earlier, goes with the out, and that gives an easy throw to the end breaker, which is when we get heel with the slant. All right, so now, let's get to another one. This one gets a little bit more tricky because the Patriots are almost always not playing what they show you. So we are in single high, but you also see that this safety right here, you also see that this safety here is staggered, right? And so what does that mean? That means he could be a robber. That means it might be cover two. He might bail back out of there. You might get inverted cover two. Houston, Texas. Oh my God, Tua. But you'll see in this particular situation, right now both eyes are inside from the corners, so maybe a zone. But the Dolphins are also in 21 personnel. Why did I say 21? You got two backs, one tight end. This is a running formation, right? And so that's smart to have your safety staggered where he can come down and help and be a secondary field player in a running situation, especially now you have the tight end over here and you see your backer staggered over here. However, it looked like they called the strength towards the fullback rather than the tight end, right? But you still have three individuals over here. So I'm not sure how the Patriots play their particular defense. Maybe they treat their safety like a corner, and then instead you have your backer here, and you shift it in an overcall. So we'll see how this works. You get the motion, and you rock those safeties. So the safeties are actually rocking towards the fullback. And so he comes down, he goes up, so they can be able to have an extra player in run support. Ball gets hiked, now, when the ball is hiked, both corners' eyes, now Tua can't see this, but we can see it here. Both corners' eyes are looking at the ball. They're not in man coverage almost at all. So they're most likely going to be in some sort of cover two. Why am I saying cover two? This safety right here who was staggered is belling his behind up out of there, or is man under two. Unlikely is man, but still man under two. And remember, we had a motion. Linebacker didn't go with it. So almost positive is going to be zone. This safety also falls back. Tua is eyeing this particular corner. Boom. You see he press. He's supposed to get more press, but he ain't get no hands on like he's supposed to. Come on, corner. I know I'm a Dolphins fan, but if you're gonna be there, do something, right? You're gonna show up. Show up. I got a pet peeve. You're gonna line up in front of somebody, put your hands on somebody. All right. Um. So what happens here? You get Tua throwing the ball, but where's Tua throwing the ball right now? Look at his eyes. This right here is what makes Tua great. Because just looking here, it looked like he's throwing it to him. That ball is not going to John Smith. It goes all the way deep to Waddle, and I'm gonna show you from the God view of what happened here and why this play was wide open. And it has almost nothing to do with Waddle. It has everything to do with Tua. And some people won't understand why until I break it down. All right, great job with the yak. So in this particular situation, we're gonna run the formation 21 personnel. Now we have a wide split here. So in this particular wide split, when you see the Dolphins in this particular situation, you're almost always going to get a motion because of their splits. Because if you're running the ball, it's going to be difficult for him to. You got him taking an extra step to try to help here, unless it's an outside zone, which the Dolphins love. Go get him, hook him, and then fullback leads to the linebacker, which I personally would not. I would have him hook here. I would have him go get him, and then I'll have that fullback come around and duo to the linebacker. Now, this is not a true linebacker. This is Duggar. This is a safety who's playing basically a Mike linebacker, which is different. But they believe in Duggar, and I love Duggar. Duggar's one of my favorite players. So in run formation, this could show you why play action will work so great. But then they move him over into a 6-eye, which is amazing. So if I'm have this and this was the play call, hey, we got to change that up. I would have him go get this Sam or strong linebacker. Don't even worry about him. Get straight to this level and have my fullback come and chop it, take his legs out, take him out the play just to slow him down because A-Chain's going to get around the corner to him. If not, we're going to go ahead and hook him inside if it's a run play, and we get our outside zone, and then we get Liam a duo with Brule to get to the weak middle linebacker, right? And that just shows you how run plays can be able to piggyback off of pass plays, right? In this situation, Tua gets the ball, I go straight over there. Obviously, corner's giving it away. It's cover two. And then on the film, they probably already have an idea when they see this particular formation. And they didn't motion across with the fullback, so that's telling you it's probably a zone. Tua stares it down, right? No, he doesn't. He doesn't stare it down. He moves the defender. Let me bring this back. All right. Why is this such a great play by Tua? He stares it down as if he's going to throw the ball right now or some sort of outbreaker. And then we have Duggar who's reading off his eyes. If you're any kind of hook player, right, and you see this and he's staring over there, I'm going to drift towards his eyes so I can get a better break on it. As soon as he drifts towards it, he opens back up and throws where he vacated right here. And then this linebacker sees this hook, which is his responsibility, so he's going to trigger down. So he's following his eyes. He's triggering on his hook, and Tua then throws the ball quickly behind his vacated area, right. So yeah, right behind his ear hole. So in this particular situation, we're going to have Duggar, who's out of position, but not because he was playing it incorrectly, well, technically playing it incorrectly, but because he was playing the quarterback's eyes, and in this particular situation, it did not take him to the ball. Right. Again, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for your time. Um, Thank you for going through almost 20 minutes with me as well. If you watched this entire video, if you made it this far, stay tuned. I'm only gonna get better from here, 1% every day. Got some plans in the works to improve this channel. Obviously, this is my second video that I've actually created from this standpoint. I'm probably going through all the teams that I have. I have about 20 minutes of film that I want to go through, and we're just gonna go through it, talk about it. It's all passing plays, and then probably go into some running plays, and then maybe I can get into some defensive plays. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, join the S.O.D squad, and can't wait till next time.